Above the clouds in Elfin Forest has many conveniences to make your stay more enjoyable. Upon arrival at the gate, you'll enter a 4-digit code followed by the pound sign. If you arrive at night, you'll want to know that the light switches are just inside the door on the right-hand wall.
This one turns the immediate outside light on. These turn the lights on for all over in the courtyard. This light switch turns on just as you come in the front door, turns on those lights. This bank does the lights that goes down the stairs. This bank goes to the main living room.
And as we come in the front door, just to the right, we've got 2 light switches.
And the one on the left turns on the light just before you go in the library.
We've now entered the library, and there's a heating control. And this particular heating control heats the library and the front entry only, zone heating. We're downstairs in the boiler room at the bottom of the stairs.
Everything throughout the house is covered on the circuit breaker panel.
Everything is nicely marked, and in the normal position, all the switches are toward the inside. And so if something's not working in a room, those switches will generally flip to the outside. On the opposite wall is one called emergency, but that's only if we use an emergency generator. And nothing else in the heater boiler room has any user control. These are all things that the heating engineers might adjust. Two outdoor showers and some of the indoor showers use a single handle for both volume and temperature. Pull out for volume, left and right for hot versus cold. As you enter the master bath, on the left wall you'll notice the shower head with 3 knobs below. The far left knob needn't be touched initially because that controls the hot-cold mixture for both the left and the right wall out of many shower heads. So leave that alone until you just need to fine-tune it. In the center controls the left wall typical shower head, whereas the right knob adjusts the level at the rain shower above, the large rain head. Okay, and on the far wall, the opposite wall, we've got 2 controls plus 2 spray nozzles. This one will affect both the lower nozzle and the upper body nozzle, and the one on the left affects the wand. So as you come out of the shower, directly outside the glass door is the towel warming drawer. My goodness, this looks distinctly like the button warmer in the kitchen.
Just put towels in instead of, and you'll want to plan for that. It takes a while to heat, so you'll want to put your towels in advance.
Okay, we're entering the kitchen, and from left to right we have the refrigerator with ice maker, the range, things you may not know exist, or a warming drawer off here to the right. Other things that we'll get around to would be the trash compactor on the left, microwave and other ranges, but the cabinet here for all the portable appliances. We'll come around also to the appliance levitation device for you. Okay, we're looking at the island, in the center of the island where the silverware drawer is, and also for the fireplaces, silverware to the right, and for the fireplaces we have the butane lighters, a flexible and a standard. Okay, we're now looking at the isolated cabinets in the kitchen.
At this side, there's all the wine glasses and special serving things, pitchers, wine glasses, martini glasses, candlestick holders, and napkins, napkin rings, and below are placemats and travelers and outdoor plates and baskets.
We're now in front of the sink.
This is a double filtered water for drinking water.
On the left.
And this is hand soap. To the far right is hot. You can change from spray to stream with the push of this button. The nozzle's on a flexible.
Okay, so you can...
Garbage disposal.
Garbage disposal to the left.
Switch is to the left of the sink.
With a small sous chef prep sink. And it also has its own garbage disposal below the sink to the right. We're looking at the 4-panel sliding doors, pocket doors.
And you take the handle and push it down. And then if it gives you any resistance at all, the handle's in the wrong place. So stop and change where your handle is until you get absolutely.
So the handle is removable.
No, the handle is totally removable.
Oh, okay.
And when you put it in, you can lock it, and then it's locked in place. Once it's free, it's really free. It won't give you any resistance. So if you get any resistance, it means that it's not in the right position. And each of the panels, the door handle fits into each of the panels, so you can actually lock one panel and have the others free. So it slides right into the wall.
Now to the right of the sink, we're at the microwave on top to do a review of the very most basic things. If you came up and the microwave was all screwed up, you would hit clear, start from scratch, and show us how to just heat something for a minute at full power. Easy minute. And now if we wanted to heat something but not so strong at say 30% power.
For how long?
For 2 minutes. Go up to 2 minutes.
200, then hit power level, 50%, start. It's got a lot of capability. The easiest thing is just your easy minute. You just push it for as many minutes as you want. Okay, so easy minute, and you can just add minutes by pushing the button. You can set your time, 90 seconds, 90, start. You can set your time and then set your power by hitting the power level and then setting it anywhere you want, 20%, 30, 50, 10, whatever you want, 50%, then start. Then you can also, it's got a kitchen timer. You can just set your timer, 80 seconds, press start. It's going to start your timer. So you can use it as a kitchen timer. You can reheat, just put whatever leftovers you have in the microwave and just press reheat, and it will sense how much heat it needs. I don't recommend it for popcorn because you need to just listen on popcorn. So you can also defrost, which is great. So you hit defrost, and then you either have 1 pound of ground meat, 1 pound of boneless chicken, or 2 pounds of bone-in chicken, or you have 6 choices. You can select your individual whatever it is. Let's say it's ground meat. Then you can actually decide how much weight it is. So you can actually put in a specific amount of weight for the defrost. So it's excellent. By the ounces, by the pounds. And then just hit start. And it will guide you right through defrosting perfectly.
We're now looking at the refrigerator water and ice maker.
You can place your glass here. You can choose crushed ice, cubed ice, water.
We're in the refrigerator now.
You can have your door alarm on or off. On is lit. You can adjust the temperature of the freezer. You can adjust the temperature of the refrigerator. It will tell you whether the water filter needs to be changed or it's good. And if the power gets interrupted, this is where you reset.
Okay, now we're looking down at the bottom of the crisper drawers, and they have controls.
You can adjust the temperature, either citrus or produce, and below is citrus, produce, or meat.
And almost opposite the refrigerator is the warming drawer.
And your dial, this is to control the time. You can have it up to 4 hours. So if you're doing a long party, you can set it for whatever period of time, and then you can adjust the temperature from high to low.
Okay, time on the left, temperature on the right. All right, we're at the first oven right below the microwave.
You have lots of choices. You have convection, bake, pure convection, and bake, and broil. Let's say you want to bake. you hit the bake, you come to the plus sign, you set your temperature where you want it. Let's say we want 395, and then it will just start pre-baking, it'll just start preheating. Just leave it alone and it'll just start. If you need to adjust that, you actually need to cancel secure, hit cancel secure, hit bake again, and set your temperature where you want it. You have the same thing on this side because it's for the bottom oven. So you have double ovens exactly the same. Cancel secure stops everything. If you want to have your timer, you just press timer 1. You use the plus and minus sign again to set your time, whatever it is that you want. Let's say that we want something for 15 minutes. Just let go and the timer will go. Stop time obviously is to stop the time. You actually have 2 timers. If you want to just see the clock and don't want to see the time, just press clock. Timer 1, there's your timer again.
We're in front of the range. We've got the lights on, but if we want to turn them on or off, we reach under the hood, and we have dials. On the right is the dimming dial for the light, and on the left is the fan, multi-speed.
And then how you turn the oven on, the stove on, you turn it just till it stops clicking, and then you adjust high to low. Off is all the way back in the other direction, all the way up, and the light is off.
Okay, so at 12 o'clock, it's off and no light. All right, and you just turn them a few degrees to get the electric start going. And you have a grill here in the center,
right,
two
with
burners,
2 burners.
2 burners in the center. Okay. Okay, we're outside at the barbecue area.
Okay, the way to light the barbecue is you turn the knob to light. You need to push it in and turn it to light. And then you just turn the igniter to the right.
Okay, we're at the main fireplace. We got the starter out of the kitchen drawer next to the left of the silverware. So we light the light in roughly the center of the pipe. And off to the left, we turn the key. So ignite the lighter first, then turn the key to the left a few degrees, and you have fire. And off to the right is firewood. In the master bedroom, we have the fireplace with the wood pile below and the drawers beneath the fireplace. The fireplace works just as the main fireplace. You've got the gas valve on the right-hand side, and use the lighter from the kitchen to put the flame along the gas pipe before you turn on the gas. On the outside patio, we have an outside rock fireplace. To the left is the gas key. Turn that on while you have a match in the rocks. There's no electric ignition. It's manual. There's a gas pipe under the rocks. Okay, to the right of the ovens and microwave, we have the
appliance garage. All the appliances are stored away. The only exception is a tea kettle on the stove. You put your toast in, or your bagels, or your bread. You can do frozen toast, frozen bagel. So you just set your dial for lighter to darker. If you want to cancel it, you just hit the cancel button. But when it's done, it will pop up.
Okay, we have a waffle maker here.
Okay, what you would do is spray it with your oil spray, Pam. Then let it get hot. When it's ready, it will go green.
Okay, and you've got the dial at about halfway through. The number is 2.5.
Set the dial at 2.5 for your first waffle. If that isn't done enough for you, you can always put it up just a little bit, but the manual actually recommends 2.5. Mm-hmm. You then put your batter in, and batter, you don't want to fill it totally full, just about 3/4 of this space.
Because it'll expand as it goes.
Close the waffle iron, and you turn it over.
Turn it over at what point? Halfway through?
No, immediately.
Immediately you turn it over.
And then when it's ready, it will go green again.
Okay, in the appliance garage, you can, if you want to leave the appliances right where they are, in the very back is a nice electrical outlet.
If you should require a manual for any of the kitchen appliances, everything is in the top drawer right below the appliance garage.
The far left end of the island, if we're facing the island sink, we have the...
This is a special place for our blender Cuisinart. So you just pull the jar out and then you pull the tabs, and that allows the lift to come up. And then you can just plug in. There's an electrical outlet right here. So you just plug in right there, and you can use this as a blender or a Cuisinart. So once you're done with the blender or the food processor, you then again pull the tabs out, and just with a light pressure, flip the lift back down into the cabinet, and you're done. Dishwasher, the on-off button is on the left.
So you have to open it, and it's on the left.
And then the first button is if you're using Rinse Aid, and the second button is normal wash. And you put soap in here, and then close the door. Okay. Rinse Aid is here, then close the door.
Rinse Aid on the left, different product, and soap in the middle. Okay, we're at the trash compactor now. And you open it with your foot
pedal
on the bottom.
And you operate it with this switch. You push and it compresses it down. And then
And that switch only has one position to the right, or are there
only
multiple?
one position to the right.
And so now we're going to see how to change the bag off to the side, undo the lever, the front door moves out.
Put the new bag on, lock it, back.
Okay, we're in the weight room, and now we're looking at the sauna controls.
To turn on the heat, first of all, you can turn on the light to the sauna, on-off switch right there. When you want to turn on the heat, leave this button about right there, because you don't want to. Optimum heat is 160 degrees, and there's a thermometer on the wall which shows 160 degrees. So if you want to use the sauna, what you do is you turn this on to in the red zone, and that light will go on, so you know the sauna is on. Now, if you want to have a delay for when it turns on, every one of these increments is 2 hours. So if you wanted the sauna to turn on in 10 hours, you'd crank it all the way around to 10 hours, and 10 hours it would turn on. If you want to turn it on right now and you want to use it, just put it on in the red zone, and the light will go on, and you're ready to, and probably in about 30 minutes it'll be plenty hot. And since I'm not going to use it, I'm going to turn it off now. When you put water in this bucket, make sure you dump the water out when you get done with the sauna, because it's copper, or it turns really green. When you put water on the rocks, put it on very, very lightly. You'll set the override, and it'll stop working for you if you put too much water on it. So just put water on it very, very lightly, and a little bit at a time, as you want more and more steam and more heat. We can look up above here and we can see the thermometer. The thermometer shows, and that's about the optimum temperature at 160 degrees, and enjoy the sauna. The main buttons to be pushed are display and menu. So mostly you're going to need to be dealing with, these are the two main buttons down here. These buttons on the side relate to the various functions of the pool. Everything on the pool gets displayed here. So the first one on the top left is a spa, and it blinks when it's starting to heat the spa. Make sure when you go in, you turn it off. Make sure when you get done, you turn it off. It uses quite a bit of propane. Next is the yard light. Turns on all the yard lighting outside. The spa light outside. The pool 1 lights, pool 2 lights, and pool 3 lights. All various parts of the pool that get lit. The waterfall, which is the waterfall that comes into the pool, There's waterfall 1, which is this one, waterfall 2, and waterfall 3. They each have a different magnitude of water that comes out of the waterfall based on which one you push. The edge pump is it comes on. The edge pump pumps water to the edge. So whenever you're needing water and you want your infinity edge to be there, you turn on the edge pump. By the way, all these displays come on automatically, and they all pump during the day at various times. This is only if you want to do them manually, because everything else, the cleaner and everything else, comes on automatically. The next display, this is display 1, display 2. There's nothing on there that's new on display 2, but display 3 has the spa waterfall, which is water coming out of the spa. The cleaner, which is on right now, it happens to be cleaning the pool. You don't need to worry about that. His and her jets. Her jets are a little bit lighter than the his jets for the spa. And by the way, they all can be used by the side, the spa on the side of the spa. But if you wanted to do them here, you could do them here, or you could do them in the spa. This up here is the slide. Waterfall 1, waterfall 2, which we already discussed. Grotto 1 and Grotto 2, they display water off the grotto in the grotto area, which is out by the pool as well. I'm going to turn all these off. The Grotto 1, Grotto 2, waterfall, take it all. And everybody be mindful of these all use quite a bit of energy, so only use them if you're wanting to display them for some particular reason. The main, and so just stay on the main menu, which is says menu on the left and display on the right.
Okay, so as you approach the house on the left-hand side, there's a fountain, and in a closet behind the fountain is this single electrical switch, and it's got a little black upper left-hand corner. It's got a little black switch for on-off, and then it's also on a timer, so it comes on automatically at night. In the kitchen, looking out at the pool, we have the pool controls. So tell us about the screen and the pool controls.
On this screen, you can control all the aspects of the pool. This one turns on the spa if you want to heat the spa, and that flashing light tells you the spa is heating right now. The next one is for the yard lights. There's yard lights throughout the backyard. The next one is the spa light, and pool 1, pool 2, pool 3, they're all relating to the pool lighting. This one right here, which happens to be on right now, is the waterfall, which is the main waterfall that comes into the pool. This one has to do with the edge pump, and it pumps water to make sure the edge is an infinity edge. They all come on automatically throughout the day, and so you don't need to worry about them unless you want to turn them on manually, but they all come on manually. The next display, I will go one more display, has other things that come on. The spa waterfall comes out of the waterfall. This one up, so let's go right down here. If you were using the spa, which the jets, his jets, her jets, they're different magnitude of jetting. The other waterfall is the grotto. There's a grotto waterfall that's right here. Speed 1, speed 2, more water pressure, more water coming off grotto 2 than grotto 1. Same with waterfall 1, 2, and 3. 3 has much more water coming off the waterfall. They should be used sparingly because they use quite a bit of power. And so we'll go back to the main panel here, and that's all you really need to know.
Okay, and to review, you've got how many displays? If we cycle through the displays,
three displays.
So we cycle through on the right-hand button.
Yes,
and that will cycle through the 3 different displays. How about the water slide? What sends water to the water slide?
There on display 3. Hit slide.
No slide. Okay. So throughout the house, we see these music control boxes.
Turns it on, and satellite radio is for all the satellite access, And the next, this is for volume up. This is for volume down.
I see it says source in the middle of the round button.
Yeah, you're just pushing these arrows. The top button.
Up and down.
And in the middle, if you want to go from satellite radio, the next one is for, you don't need to worry about any of these. If you use the CD player, that's what it would be for the CD player, CDCH. And if you had an iPod and you put that in the box for the iPod holder, then you'd use that. And then you're back to satellite radio.
Okay, and where is the iPod holder located? In the entertainment room?
It's in the entertainment room, yeah.
So just outside the kitchen, we see a covered switch plate, and inside is audio control for, we're against the house, we're on the house wall near the kitchen, and it's controlling speakers in the overhead, the covered patio area. And now on a pillar, on a stone pillar, looking out at the pool, we have another switch box, and those control audio system, audio speakers outside near the pool area.
If you want to play music outside, downstairs, outside of the middle bedroom, there is the traditional music switch, a control panel that will power the speakers just outside the house at the lower level. All right, we're in the weight room, the gym, and now we want to watch TV. So we've got the Samsung TV and a DVD player.
Use the remote, push on power.
Was that the upper left or the
upper left? Red button.
A red button, okay.
And now that the receiver's on, now you push select on this remote, and it'll turn on and we'll go to satellite radio. Now the TV's on. So it takes those two buttons, the power button and the select button, and now you've got the television on. Okay. And if you want to do up for volume, push the right button on this.
Okay, so one of the remote you have now is Dish Network.
Dish Network, yes.
Okay.
And now it goes up. Okay. And then the third controller.
Is this for DVD player?
This is it for a DVD. Mm-hmm. And, just simply open the front cover.
We've just entered the downstairs theater, and it's black. So right around to the right behind the door is a electronic light switch, and feel to the very right-hand side of the panel. You just feel it by braille, and you'll feel 4 or 5 buttons. We're sitting next to the recliner chair, so to recline the chairs, to the right-hand side, you pull. So in the middle chairs, there's a pull
right there
on the right-hand side next to the seat. Okay.
Well, the first thing is that the screen is blank. So the first thing you do is hit main.
In the center, lower center?
Lower center. And you keep hitting main until you get to this screen. And on this screen, you've got the main thing is the on button, which turns on the camera, which is above. It turns on the main projecting camera. And you can look up at the camera, and you can normally...
So the projector on the ceiling, ceiling mounted projector, okay. And you see the green light come on, and then that needs to warm up a minute?
30 seconds
30 seconds or so.
And whenever you want to turn it, and conversely, whenever you want to turn this off, when you turn it off, make sure that green light goes to red light, so you know that light up there has to turn off to red. Otherwise, this camera could stand a long time. It's not good for it.
Okay.
So the screen went dead again because we weren't using it. So we'll hit that the main switch again. And now, if we want to watch television, we can push the television. We can hit television, watch TV, use laptop, lights, listen to CD, play the Wii. Those are the options. So we're going to watch TV. So we'll push that button here. It'll take a while. Note that it says on the screen, please wait, powering up. Let's say we want to turn up the volume here. The volume is here.
Volume's on the left-hand side.
Turn it down. And if we wanted to mute it, we could push that button there. That's mute. And those are the main buttons. And so now, if we want to watch TV, we can either go to the guide, which the guide's on the left. And that you see on the screen. You can see on the screen it shows the various different music selections we could possibly use. And so if we want to find a different music selection, we could push the down button. And bluegrass, outlaw country, the highway, prime country, Willie's Roadhouse, chill, various, and then you hit enter or select, and now we go to that type of music.
So now we're on the standard television, the cable channels. It's just that we're up at the 6000 series, which is audio only, music only, Sirius.
So we're back on the screen. We hit watch TV. We'll go back to there. It's powering up to go to the television. Once we get to the television screen, we can go to all the various stations you can go to. But the first thing you want to do is probably hit keypad. And a lot of the movies are in the 300 stations era. So we'll put 300. And that took us to HBO, which is 300. Now we see an HBO movie on 300. And if we want to find out what movie is, we could hit guide. And the guide shows us that that's Arthur. And if we wanted to find out what's on the 301, Daredevil, we're pushing the up button.
Upper right hand.
Upper right hand.
Stick kind of thing.
Daredevil. You can see what all the various movies up and down. And then if we choose another movie, let's say we want to do Alvin and the Chipmunks, we push select, and now it changes channels. Okay. So now if we want to go back to the guide, we can hit the guide again, and so we can choose another station if we'd like. Okay. So now that we've looked at television, let's say we wanted to go NBC, which is I think is 6. So push 6 and select, and now we have the standard stations. Channel 6. This one is the NFL. We put select. We want to watch the NFL game. The Steelers and Broncos. Okay. So let's go back now. Let's go back and let's say we want to watch a DVD. Hit the main switch again, and now we push DVD.
So let's pick a DVD and pop one in. So in the equipment rack, right about belly button height, we have a DVD player.
Push the open button. It takes a while for it to respond. Oh, we have a movie already in there. Top-notch movie here. Push the button to close the DVD player.
Okay, so we just put a DVD in the equipment rack at about waist height.
And
if we want to use the big...
We call them the butt shakers because if they have an exciting movie, it will actually literally shake the seats. This one on the right is for the upper level seats, and you'll see the light go on that's red. Mm-hmm. If for the lower level seats, the butt shakers are on. You can turn that off. Make sure you turn these off when you get done.
So we just loaded a DVD in the physical DVD player in the closet, and now we are on the control panel, and we're going to watch a DVD. So
we simply hit play or select. Play.
Okay.
And we're now watching the DVD.
Okay.
This is it. Okay. Now, if you want to dim the lights, typically when you put on a movie, the lights will dim on their own. Mm-hmm. But if they don't, you can go back to main menu, hit lights, and then just simply hit movie, and the lights will dim.
Okay. And
I hit break there to bring the lights back up a little bit. Okay. And if you want all the lights 100%, you can hit 100%.
Okay. Now, if we want to watch something off of our laptop, what do?
We hit the main just to bring the lights back up. We push use laptop.
Okay. And off to the left in the theater room was the corner where against the wall we have the VGA video and the audio going into the system. And, of course, you will have to have already used your laptop with external monitors or projectors. So most laptops you need to know how to switch your
display to show on two screens, both your laptop screen and an external display. So you would have already used it in boardrooms or other places. Using a laptop in the theater room, off to the left of the bar are the hookups that go to the projector or actually go to the video and sound system. And in this drawer are the adapter boxes necessary. All you need are two connectors. Your laptop just needs to have VGA, traditional older VGA, and audio. The audio is standard stereo mini plug, and the video is a computer, traditional DB15, standard VGA computer cable. Hook those up to your laptop, and then on the remote control, push PC, and you should have a signal that goes back to the theater system.
Make sure when you're done watching the DVD or watching TV, you may have a blue screen right now. Make sure that you hit the off button.
Upper right-hand corner.
Upper right-hand corner, and you'll hear a noise, and then the lights will come on as if the movie's over, and the screen, and you'll see the red light start to blink in the ceiling projector, and you'll know that it's off. Make sure it's off. And the lights should dim on their own, but if not, just go to the side wall, and they'll turn off in like 30 seconds, but make sure they turn off.
Right as we leave the room, we've got the light switch again on the left-hand side. So as soon as we hit the lowest button, it just slowly dims the lights, and we have time to get out of the room.